Come and join me today for a cozy chatty vlog. This is what I've been working on. This is what the mini book looks like. And he's been to see his parents and raided their cocktail cabinet. No peeking. You're not going to guess what I'm putting in this lasagna. It's the strangest ingredient ever. This is yucky. Oh, that's too heavy. Good morning and welcome to a new cozy home vlog. How are you all doing today? I hope you have had a good week. I'm going to share some cozy content with you today. I'm home alone and there's a few bits and pieces that I want to get done, so I thought we'd have a little cozy home day today. I thought that would be really nice. I want to try a favourite recipe. It's a homemade lasagna, but it's going to have a serious twist to it, so we're going to be doing that today. Secret ingredient, recommendation of our daughter. So we're going to be doing that. We've got Rent-A-Kill coming out today. That's not very cozy, is it? They're coming out to have a look at the fly problem. And we've got a few little homely bits that I want to share with you. So, oh, and I've got a new kit going on sale today as well. I'm going to be launching that today. So it's going to be lots of really nice cozy things. So I really hope that you'll enjoy hanging out with me and hopefully having a cozy experience too. I like having a little bowl of sweets out, but it makes it very tempting, doesn't it? I love these. I like the chocolate ones, what are they called? Ferrero Rochers? No, what are they called? Ferrero Rochers, that's it. And I like the white ones as well. And my neighbour came over the other day and bought a box and I just emptied them in the bowl because I thought they would look really nice. I keep eating them now, so let's move away from the bowl. Washing machine is on. I've got a red wash on. I've already actually edited a work video as well and done some work emails, so that's quite nice. Aiden and I had a very cozy breakfast together before he went out to the office. So that's always a nice way to start the day, isn't it? And, oh, I've also done a few little, jobs that you keep meaning to do. Every time I have a shower, I look up at the fan and the ceiling and it's full of dust now. And I keep thinking I need to clean that. So I have just taken up the big extendable duster, stood on the loo seat and cleaned it. I cannot believe how much dust came down from that. So that was very nice, but then I had to clean the sink and the floor and all that because it was just covered in thick dust. I've also just gone out and wiped the front doorstep. Again, it's amazing how quickly that gets really grubby. And just gone round with the duster around the door frames and that as well. It's something that doesn't take very long and I keep thinking, oh, I must do that. I just want to keep on top of the jobs when we're in this nice new house. And I want it to stay looking nice and new. So, little and often is definitely the way forward. Will I cry? Will I leave behind broken and crumbled signs, hiding all my roads to you? Uh-oh. And if I fight, will I come to life, calling for all your life? So many of you message me and say that you use my videos and clean along with me or tidy a drawer or cupboard or something like that. I love hearing from you and I love that it motivates you to do the same, because let's face it, you guys are motivating me right now. You're the ones that are making me think, oh, actually I could do this, and hopefully you'll enjoy that. So we all motivate each other around here, which I really, really love. So let me know what you're doing right now. Are you cleaning along? Are you reorganizing a cupboard? Let me know what you're up to right now. I really needed to get my kitchen done this morning, and it's so easy for me, especially as I've got the house to myself, just to go back to my desk and I'll think, oh, I'll do that later. But this has actually motivated me today because these are jobs that I really needed doing. And even though the work surfaces didn't look grubby, they were, we had a few crumbs and that, and they needed cleaning off. I think I might need to get some descaler or something, maybe on the grooves of the quartz draining board. Let me know how you clean yours. Apart from just using Sif, which is quite gentle, I haven't used anything adhesive on it, and I'm thinking it's slightly discolored in the grooves, so I'm thinking maybe I need to do that. So if you've tackled yours, please let me know how you've done it, because I would really, really appreciate that. But today felt very therapeutic, cleaning my kitchen, and it's a way to switch off sometimes, isn't it? I do love a good clean.
And I've been calling on my ghost. I put it to rest because I'm coming home, coming home. Oh. And I've been carried, I've been dragged, and I've been lucky, torn inside. I put it to rest because I'm coming home, coming home. I'm coming home.
Colour here, he's just gone to get a ladder. I always feel awkward. He asked to if he should take his shoes off, and it's a new build. Mind you, even in my old house I felt like that. But what do you always do? I always surprise, I expect people to like come with covers to put over their shoes or something. But I did say yes. I felt really awkward, but I don't want dirty shoes on my clean carpet. Yeah, so he's gone to get a ladder and he's going to have a little look. I think he's just assessing the situation today. I didn't realise it was that time. It's after 11 already. The time's just going by so quickly today. It just made me laugh. He just messaged me saying his Bugman's still there. Bugman's left. He was so nice, really nice. He's going to come next time with some bigger sprays. We've got a spray. I'll show you what we're using actually. Aid bought pack of 4 of these from Amazon. I will leave the link because I know lots of you have been saying that you've had trouble as well. He said these are really good, but obviously they can get stuff that we can't buy. So we've possibly killed around by the loft hatch. The loft is obviously quite big, so there's areas where it can't get to. So they're still flying around up there. Obviously not as bad as it was when he opened the hatch. Only one dead one fell out this time, so that's quite nice. But he did actually get up in the loft. Oh, it's making me itch again. And their ones are like much bigger, much stronger, so they will get to other areas. He did say it might just be something that we have to put up with living rural. So it might just be something that we have to get used to. So yeah, but he said it might do the trick. We'll see. Yeah, it's making me itch again. But I was asking him about other things. He said seagulls are his least favourite that he has to deal with. I didn't know that birds are protected. You can't harm them. He said the only ones that they have a bit more leeway with are pigeons. But no, gulls are protected, and they are such a nuisance to try and protect homes from or buildings from. It's really interesting. He has a special gull umbrella which to protect him from poo, because he said they will just mess all over you when you go up onto a roof or something. Oh, it's just making me feel so horrible. But yeah, he was so nice, real young guy as well. But yeah, really lovely to chat to actually. I quite enjoyed his bug and bird stories. Anyway, I'm going to crack on here. I've got a few more jobs, and then I'm going to go and make that lasagna because I want it to set a little bit, because lasagna when you make it is always quite gooey and floppy and messy. But the next day it's always just bit more stable, isn't it? So I want to make it earlier to enjoy then later. I also wanted to show you as well what I've been working on lately. So I have been working on a new Christmas kit. In case you weren't aware, I have a monthly craft box subscription where we do things like journal our trips and things like that, and I make the kits so that you can use them in your journals and scrapbooks and happy mail and all that kind of thing. And every Christmas I do a special one. It's like a one-off kit. It's not a subscription, and the idea is you can make a little mini December journal to document your December, or you can use it on your own journals or scrapbooks or whatever. You don't have to make the little book. But this is what I've been working on. This is what the mini book looks like, and it opens from here. Every year I try and do them so they're a little bit different. This is a completely unique one, and I've called it Letters to Santa because it's all about letters. So it's very interactive, and that pulls out. There's a video to go with it as well, but look, it's so cute, and it's a whole little mini book for you to make and document your December on. It's not too overwhelming, it's not too big, and it comes with a box of stickers and die cuts and papers. Everything that you need to make is in here in this little kit. So I will leave the link to that below. It would have gone up for sale by the time this video goes out. It would have done all its pre-sales, and they tend to sell out quite fast. So fingers crossed. If you're interested, there will be some left, and I will leave a link for this down below if you would like to go and check it out. I'm having one of those days where I work for an hour or two and then I do another job. I like days like that. So I still feel like I'm working. I have this feeling that if I'm not working, then I should be. And to be honest, I have been a lot better with work lately. I have really slowed things down and I have been taking a lot more time out. But it's just finding that balance, isn't it? Because then, like, if I have a couple of days where I have like a weekend off, I then feel like I'm really behind in the week. So I don't know if I'll ever find that balance, but today I'm having a really nice day. I wanted to start then sorting out my lasagna and I was getting out the ingredients and I realized I needed to top up my Italian seasoning. So I've come into the pantry. These are my savories. These are my larger savories or my ones that I need to top up. I then have a smaller basket for my everyday use. So I decided that I would go through and have a good sort out because a lot of the time I don't actually know what's in here. We will eventually have a much better organized system. We want to completely kit the pantry out. It's not going to be something we do in the near future because at the moment it works for us and there's other areas of the house that we need to sort. But I like to try and buy in bulk. So like my Italian seasoning, I can't even remember the name of the store. What's the store's name where you can buy herbs and spices, nuts, fruits, dried fruits, that kind of thing. And you can buy them in great big containers and they work out so much cheaper. I can't remember, but I have been buying my stuff in there and it really does work out a lot cheaper. So then I can just top up my little dishes, my little containers. So this Italian seasoning sits on the side of the oven where I cook on the hob and it's easy for me to reach to. But I forget what's in here, so it was quite nice actually having a look through and seeing what I've got because like some of my smaller seasonings like my ground coriander, cumin, turmeric, things that I use a lot. I like to have backups ready to restock, so they live in here. But it's easy to forget what you have. I throw things in and all that. So it was nice actually looking through my stock today to see what I have. And some things I've got which I forget, like I've made up my own taco seasoning, Aid's made up his own steak seasoning. So, and then we just put them in jars. But yeah, every now and then, I think when you have a good stock of something, it's good to go through and actually see what you've got. Something I was doing, I did it in another video actually. I took stock of what I had in my fridge in the garage. And the idea was when something comes in, I take it off my list inside. But I haven't actually kept that up. I've just remembered actually doing this. So that is something I need to do. I made a bit of a mess with the seasonings. So I'm just going to give that a good clean and then we're going to get on to making lasagna. If you do a lot of cooking though, herbs and spices and things can take up a lot of space, can't they? Especially like me when you like sort of trying different ones. So how do you store yours? I love seeing people's like YouTube videos where they have them in identical jars, all laid out, pulling out in a beautiful drawer. But realistically, when you buy them in such large bulk or you buy larger quantities, it is actually, you still need then to store the larger bottles somewhere. So this way is working for me at the moment, but I'm intrigued to see or hear how you do yours. Oh, these were strong onions. Right, I'm making a veggie lasagna. Aid's on his way home. He has eaten at work. He went out with a colleague for lunch. But that's what I love. I'm going to make a great big lasagna and just portion it off. We'll get a good few meals out of this. I need to also go through the fridge because I made a quiche the other day and that's coming up in an upcoming video. And we've got a portion each left, so I'm going to freeze that. But the big thing about the lasagna isn't what I'm putting in it. That's not what I'm sharing with you. I want to share a big twist with you. I don't want to forget it actually. I don't want to tell you yet. I'm going to get it out the cupboard because knowing me, I'll just make it as normal and then completely forget. Don't look, it's a surprise. Right, where is it? Oh, Aid had it the other day. Oh, here it is. Right. No peeking. You're not going to guess what I'm putting in this lasagna. It's the strangest ingredient ever. This is going to be a complete experiment. Right, so you make your lasagna exactly how you usually make it. My favourite way is veggie. I love a veggie lasagna. I do love a beef lasagna as well, or a chicken lasagna, you name it. Lasagna I'll eat it. I love it. I really do love lasagna, but veggie is my favorite, and it's such a good way to use up things. I went out into the big fridge in the garage earlier. I've got mushrooms that, you know, when they're starting just to feel like they've seen their best, so I'm going to throw a load of those in. I'm also going to put some lentils in there as well, just like a secret ingredient to make it even healthier. Again, if you don't like lentils, you don't need to do that. Just use whatever is in your fridge. I've just got the onions and garlic in here. I am now going to chop up some more veggies. I've got some peppers. I've got lots of peppers at the moment, so they can go in. I'm also going to chop up some carrots, some broccoli, the mushrooms that I mentioned, and I've got frozen peas and sweet corn as well. How did I not use frozen sweet corn until a few months ago? I don't know how. It's just so much more expensive to buy it in the tins, and to be honest, I only ever used to like is it the Green Giant something? It's just the best, isn't it? And I would buy like Lidl's Own or other shop brands, and it was just flavourless. And I don't know why, I decided then to buy a bag of Lidl's sweet corn to try it. It tastes just as good as the Mr. Green Giant or whatever he's called. It's really, really good, really sweet, beats all the other branded tins, and it's just so much better value. It's like £1 something, maybe £1.09 at the moment, probably go up because everything keeps going up. But it's really, really good value. And then you just use what you need. So if I'm just doing a sweet corn sandwich, tuna and sweet corn sandwich, I'll just take out a little bit. If I'm making soup, I don't add as much. But it's, yeah, really handy. It's lasting a lot longer than I'd usually buy like a 3-pack of tins. And what is that now? Probably getting on for about £3 something. And this is lasting me so much longer and tastes just as good. So if you haven't tried frozen sweet corn, give it a go. And I can definitely vouch for the Lidl's Own. And I want to hear now, what is your favourite kind of lasagna? Do you like lasagna? What's your favourite kind? I've just turned the heat up because it was cooking a little bit high. Oops, it's steamed up. I'm going to chop everything else up, and whilst I'm doing the chopping and throwing it in the pan, I also need to make a quick cheese sauce, which you've seen me do a load of times. I'm going to give my dad a quick call as well and see how he's doing. I always find that when I'm sort of like either like doing the washing up or doing house chores or cooking, that's when I tend to catch up with family a lot actually and give them a quick call. So let's talk food and winging it. This is something that I chat a lot about and I get asked a lot about. I know I'm not one to follow a recipe generally, as you know, but I think a lot of it comes with confidence when you just throw things in, and it comes from experimenting over the years, knowing what works, what doesn't, and I think, yeah, it's a confidence thing in the kitchen. And it's a nice feeling knowing that you can just throw something together. For example, I know this lasagna is just, I can throw anything in it, whether it be meat, whether it be veggies, and no matter what veggies I do, it will mix. It's down to the flavour and the consistency. So whatever I put in here, I'll put a couple of tins of tomatoes, I will add the ketchup, the tomato paste and seasoning, and I will keep trying it until it tastes okay. I think that's the other thing as well, keep trying things. Obviously if you're using raw meat, you can't taste the sauce until it's obviously cooked through, but keep testing, keep tasting, and you know that if it needs a bit more flavour, you maybe add a bit more seasoning. Don't be afraid to add a little bit of sugar, or in this case I'm using tomato sauce, ketchup instead of my sugar because that's sweet, but don't be afraid to add something like that, and keep adding things until the flavour is there. I think that's the key thing. And don't overthink. I wonder if some people just feel quite anxious about the cooking side. I'm always trying to find ways of adding things like lentils to food, just to try and make it healthier. I don't think I've put lentils in lasagna before though. I have a craft channel, a paper channel, and it's called It's Only Paper. And that's my thought with that channel as well, because when it comes to paper crafting, again, people almost feel quite anxious about things they don't want to try. And my feeling behind that is it's only paper. What's the worst that can happen? Don't overthink things. And I guess that feels the same with cooking as well. It's only food. It's not the end of the world. If it's not salty enough, add a bit more salt. If it's too thick, add a little bit more water. And you just keep messing with it until it's right. But try not to overthink things and almost enjoy the process as well. And you definitely learn from things. If it's not quite right one time, you know to do something different. So here with the lasagna, I wanted to make sure I had enough filling. Quite often I have to really stretch the filling. I haven't quite made enough. So I made sure I had plenty today, but then the 2 tins of tomatoes weren't quite enough. I didn't want to overdo it with the water and then it be a really sloppy sauce, because that's obviously not going to work. We know that a lasagna won't be formed in those layers if it's too runny. So I added the tin tomatoes first, realised that the consistency was really, really thick and not saucy enough. So I've added 3/4 of a tin of water and seeing how that will go. I always prefer to under add than over add. So not do quite enough salt or not do quite enough water, but then have to add a little bit, because obviously it's easier to add more than take something away. That's much more difficult. Are you ready to see what the secret ingredient is in the lasagna? It is marmalade. I wouldn't have guessed this either. So our daughter tells us that her boss says he puts marmalade around the outside of his lasagna and it caramelizes and makes it sticky and sweet and crispy. So apparently it's amazing. He swears by it. So I'm going to give it a go and see what it's like. So I'm not putting it on the bottom or the top. Literally, I am going to spread it around the outside. I'm not going to do it too thick because I don't want to ruin a lasagna. But I'm intrigued. Holly's boyfriend is a bit of a lasagna connoisseur. He's intrigued. So I haven't made a lasagna for a while. So I decided we would give it a whirl. So I'm going to leave out the zesty bits and just do the actual like jammy bits. I'm intrigued. Let me know what you think. Are you disgusted by this? Let's take out the zest. What's your thoughts? Is it something that you're now also intrigued by, thinking, I need to try this? Sometimes things just work, don't they? Let me know what you've tried that anybody else would think you're bonkers for trying, but you think it works really well. I think there's things that we all like, aren't we, that other people just, like Marmite, for example. If you love Marmite, you love Marmite. You try and convince anyone else that hates it that it's really good. It's just not going to happen. No matter how many times somebody tries Marmite, if they dislike it or they haven't been brought up with it, it's just not going to go. You're not going to convince them. Right. There's the marmalade. I'm going to send Holly a photo of this actually and show her what I'm doing. Now let's make this cheese sauce. Dad was in the middle of something, so he's going to call me back. I have got Marge, a little bit of flour and some milk. And by the way, when you're making anything like this, you need to taste it as you go along. I've added in some extra seasoning, and it's very, very good.
It's the same old story being told inside my head. I'm too shy to straighten up my bones and be a man. I gotta tear this wall apart to let you in. My friends say the time's running out, so take the chance. Make a move, 'cause the store won't stay open till the
glad I put a tray underneath. This one has completely overflown. It's a messy one. Oh. This is a yucky. Oh, that's too heavy. Let's try again. Oh, I can't carry that. I'm stuck. Oh. It smells amazing. I am so glad I put a tray underneath. My lasagnas always overflow. I always put a bit too much in. This looks so good. We're going to leave this to set. It's very bubbly. This oven door, I don't know if you can see it from there, will definitely need a clean. It is completely splattered by tomatoey sauce. I'm going to let that. Actually, I'll dry it, wipe it over now, and then dry it, clean it again when it's dry. It's home. And he's raided, he's been to see his parents and raided their cocktail cabinet. We've been wanting some Cointreau for passion fruit martinis. Or Malibu as well.
It's not in passion fruit martinis.
I thought the Cointreau was.
No.
Oh, it's the margaritas.
Margaritas.
Yeah, I was thinking not...
Sambuca, Malibu. We've got Malibu already, but...
I was thinking Bailey's for some reason when you said about it on your phone. Yeah.
So the Cointreau or Grand Marnier.
Grand
I think
Marnier.
they're both kind of orange flavoured, aren't they? It's the orangeness in it, so...
Anyway, I'm going to try the lasagna. I'm just going to try. I'm intrigued by the edge to see if it makes much difference. I'm just going to take a little bit. It's been sat here, so I don't actually think it's that warm anymore. It's nice. There we go. I want the edge bit, don't I? Because that's the bit that I'm intrigued about. What did you have for lunch?
Burger.
A burger.
And I have to say,
Yeah.
it was better than the Ivy.
Better than the Ivy's burger.
Yeah.
Right, let's try this. This is really nice.
Is it?
I mean, I love lasagna anyway. I really like the sweetness.
Yeah. You ain't nothing there. Hello. Yeah, I've already eaten because I've eaten at work today, haven't I?
You went out.
Yeah, just to Green King. I had it was like a Texas barbecue burger. Mm. And yeah, I'd have to say it was tastier than the Ivy. I'm really... Okay, I'm going then, yeah. Mmm. That's really good.
Yeah, it's a good lasagna, isn't it?
I think
Love it. Sorry? Yeah, I think I would do that again actually with the marmalade. It just sort of adds a little bit of a sweetness to it. Next day, and I'm going to finish off this video now. The lasagna was a real hit. I really recommend giving that a go. It was really good fun and nice to try something a little bit different on a favourite meal of mine. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this cozy vlog, and I will see you on Sunday with a weekend vlog. Lots of love. Have a great weekend. Bye.